I hope we we allow ourselves to like establish things like, if I speak in a certain way, intending to imply that, my character has done this thing before. I hope you take that and amplify it and that I go with it, even if you do the wrong, you don't get what I'm trying to throw.
Oh yeah. Hope this show is epic, and that we can, even if it's super boring and mundane, I hope that it's epic.
Yeah. 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 And I hope we're playing. I hope it's not like, we're trying to drop hot lines of dialogue. I hope we're cutting each other off if we need to, and
Mhm.
getting like that.
Yeah.
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 Yarr.
Yar.
Yarr, 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 yarr,
Yar,
yarr.
yar, yar.
Yarr.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Muprov Musings. This is episode number 40. I'm one of your hosts, Hal Munger, and joining me now on the line is your other host, Julian Bernardo.
Welcome, everybody. Imagine from the top of your view, Diet Coke or just normal Coke, I guess, is spilling down like a waterfall and filling up, and then it's going down, and then the popcorn comes up, and then that goes away. And then there's a little graphic saying, turn off your phones, be mindful of your seat partners, because today you're gonna witness a show. You're gonna witness something amazing that we're gonna do. And you gotta pay attention because it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So we've gotten through the fundamentals thing, and I think the last way to fundamentally learn is to watch, to play. So we're gonna put on a little show for you. We haven't figured out what we're gonna do about the debrief yet, but this is gonna be just, let's dive right in because we want to waste no hours.
Yeah. Cool. I will submit the prompt then
All right.
to our wonderful digital audience member. Okay, I got laundromat.
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 All right. We present laundromat. I don't know why you bother with that stuff.
What? It's like makes it smell better, I think.
Hardly.
What do you mean? Hardly. It says brings the soft scent of the Caribbean. Come on. Doesn't that sound great?
It sounds great, but how does it smell? Listen, Gary. I don't know what you see in her.
I don't see anything in her. I just feel something when I'm around her. She's nice. She's cute. She's fun. I don't need any grand thesis here. I like her.
Well, I like that you're taking more responsibility around the house.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. And don't get any sort of ideas about kids or any of that nonsense. I've told you, I'm not. I don't
You
know. It's
don't
just not.
know what you're gonna do. Why do you put yourself into these boxes,
I'm
Jerry?
not putting myself into a box. I'm just saying. It's not what I plan on. It's not what
But
I'm currently planning on.
any plan is a box.
Okay, but I got my boxes already. Got me and the boys, the shop. It's just, I just don't see how a kid fits into that.
You can fit a kid into any part of my life. You think that you fit into my life perfectly?
Mm. Well, I can tell not perfectly.
No, not perfectly at all. You make room for it. And you weren't a particularly easy kid to deal with, let me tell you. My God.
Okay,
You know, you were
okay.
in diapers at the age of 6.
Oh, keep it down. Keep it down.
Hmm. All I'm saying is I've done a lot of laundry cycles for you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. They were just fine without the scent of the Caribbean.
Gonna be better though, no? A little bit of maybe Felicia will smell me and say, this is a man worth settling down for,
Mm.
worth living a life with.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. Yeah, we got FaceTime.
Can't smell through FaceTime.
Mm, that's true. You won't know. You won't know if I'm wearing this.
Yeah, I did 28 years with the stinky version of you. And now I get a few weeks with the clean one, and suddenly you're talking about moving out.
mm, eh, I don't think you deserve the clean one. This good smell.
What do you mean I don't deserve the clean one, this good smell? I raised you from a baby. You know, you were in diapers for.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just poking. Did Aunt Liz come by with the petunias?
Yeah, she brought the petunias. They're beautiful.
Hmm. You know, you're supposed to not water them that much. You know, you killed a lot of plants when I was young.
I
You get a
know how
lot of
to.
water.
I know to hand. I'm gonna get flowers like water.
Not too much though. It drowns them. It drowns them. It's
What
just
do
like
you mean
me.
it
You dunk
drowns
me
them?
into a
Have you ever been
tank of
outside when
water.
it's raining out? Listen, you don't. Maybe you shouldn't have a kid.
You think I shouldn't have a kid now?
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have a kid. The kid would be screaming and crying, I want water, I want water. As soon as I look at a flower, it's wilting. I can tell it needs water.
I'm surprised you didn't drown me as a kid, dunking
Well,
me in water.
you were producing enough water as it was.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, the shop's doing better.
I'll believe it when you move out.
It really is going to work. I'll tell you that much.
Why would someone want to put that on their lawnmower? I just don't get it.
It's not, it's like a premium, like a luxury. You know, you see this and you go, oh, wow, I'm an asshole. I don't have this on my lawnmower. I should have this on my lawnmower. And you get it.
I don't think anyone associates lawnmowers with luxury. I think you're the only person. And if we're talking about who's killed more plants in their lifetime, if this shop did take off, you would be winning that crown.
Okay, you don't kill it. It's grass. It gets short. It's like a
You
haircut.
kill half of it.
It's not to say it's. You could cut my hair and you didn't.
I don't
Kill
know.
my hair.
I think it at least you don't think any of them die when the lawnmower goes through.
I mean, maybe a couple, but it doesn't really matter. Kill a couple of blades of grass. There's like a billion on there or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're a plant murderer by comparison.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. You just don't like arguing in public places.
I don't, and I think you should keep it down. It's
Why should I keep it down?
we're here.
Everyone's here sharing the space, doing the laundry like the rest of us. They if anything, they should be talking louder.
He should be talking louder. You hear all this shit buzzing and humming and bumping all around? You think people aren't done with all the noise? Just want some quiet?
Is that why you're moving out? I'm too loud for you?
You're not too loud, Ma. It's not about that. It's about the boys, the shop, and Felicia, you know? It's not about you. You know that.
Well, I guess if I don't matter at all to you, maybe I should just start building myself a coffin.
No,
preparing for the inevitable.
Ma, what are you talking about? I never said anything about you not mattering to me. I'm just saying that I'm moving out for the boys and the shop.
But that would be easier for you, wouldn't it? You wouldn't have to do any of the preparations.
You know Aunt Liz is going to come by and, bring you food and stuff. It's not.
If I died tomorrow before the flowers had time to wilt, you could use them at my funeral.
You are so dramatic. No one said anything about you dying. Look at you.
I said it about me dying.
Look. You've got 30 years.
I got a lump on my ankle.
It's an ankle. That's where the lumps happen. You probably bumped it. You should tell Jimmy to fix that step up. I've been thinking about going and telling him next time he comes and fix the pipes.
That's the way the step's always been.
But you always hit your ankle on it.
Well, that's the way the step's been. So what? It's a little bump on an ankle. What are you gonna make?
You're the one who said there's a bump on your ankle, Ma.
Well, it could be a cancer bump, not a stair bump.
I think it's a stair bump, and I don't want you to get even just a stair bump while I'm gone. Okay, you're gonna be taken care of. You know that. You're gonna be well taken care of. It's not gonna be an issue. I'm not leaving you. I'm gonna call you. Liz will be around.
Liz has no personality.
She's nice, and she's busy.
Busy with a whole bunch of hobnob.
Look, I know you're not the religious type, but they're doing good. It's good work.
Ugh. Well, I just don't know why anyone would spend their whole life thinking about someone who doesn't exist. Prepare, like, if there is an afterlife and it goes on forever.
Not here. Not on
If
camera.
no, what do you mean? I'm not gonna offend someone. If there is an afterlife, if there is if after I pass and I get to look down on my son who's just moved out and let me wither and die, then I will have time, if I want to do all the good deeds that I can. And why bother doing it now while we're living in a definitive moment?
You know, I'll have you know, the Lord actually judges you based on your actions on this earth.
Oh, the Lord judges me? I think the person doing the judging here is you, sir. You're going to come try to sell me on, what, those suspenders?
No, look, I don't want to sell you on anything.
Are you a Mormon?
I am a member of the Latter-day Saints, yes. It is just my place to tell you that the Lord judges you based on your time on this earth, and that's what determines whether you're going to be let into the holy gates.
Do you really wear the full body underwear? You're doing laundry. Let me see.
No, don't look in my laundry.
No. I mean, what? You're supposed to be not ashamed of this? If it's going to get you in with God, what do you care what I think?
Ma'am, I think that it's inappropriate for you to be looking at my underwear.
Why? Why? You could look at my underwear. Look, I got a whole container full of them.
I don't want to look at your underwear, ma'am. I just want to share you the things that I know. And I also want... Here, look, I have this for you. I keep these on me.
So you can give me your business card, but I can't give me my underwear. I see how this is.
You don't have to take this if you don't want to, I swear.
What is this, a tiny Bible?
It's just some excerpts from the good book. If you want it, you can read it.
Fine, I'll read it.
Thank you.
You've got nothing else to do.
Is this your son?
Stay away from my boy. He's not interested.
Okay. All good with me. Look, I just hope that you, well, I was listening and seems like you'll have some time. I hope that you take some time to read. You know, and if you ever need somebody to talk to, I do come to this laundromat every Wednesday, so.
You think that I'm so lonely that I'm going to come specifically to launder on Wednesdays so that I can talk to someone who's trying to convert me to believe in a non-existent God?
All right, ma'am. I'll leave you to it, but...
No. I thought you wanted conversation.
Nah, I just wanted to share with you just what I have shared with you. I really should be getting back to my laundry.
No. It's fine. If we're going to talk, I'd like to know yourself. All right. Are you getting into heaven?
Well, I'd sure like to think so.
So you've never done anything wrong?
Oh, I've done wrong things, but it's through my commitment that I'm able to still be someone who will hopefully be let into the Lord's heavenly gates.
Well, if you don't have shame about it, let's pile up the measures. What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I don't think it would be appropriate to talk about that here.
Well, you can talk about it here. It's the laundromat. No one cares. What's the worst thing you've ever done in your life? How old are you?
I'm 34.
All right, you've got some time. What's the worst thing you've ever done?
Okay, sure. When I was 19, me and some of my friends went on kind of a joyride, and well, we hit another car and we kind of hurt the person in it.
Was it your car you were joyriding?
It was my father's.
What was the injury?
Mm, just upper half was pretty bent up, broken nose. They had one of these neck braces things. I don't know exactly what that translates into.
Probably translates to a lot of medical debt.
Well, insurance and all that. But I felt terrible about that. And I prayed and I prayed and I talked to my pastor, and I'm over it now.
You're over it?
Well, obviously it stays with me. I continue to remember, and I'll always put my blinker on, but I have moved past it.
But your neck's not the one in a brace. Have you checked in on him or her, whoever it was?
Not since it all went down, no. I don't think that she would like me to continue to be in her life. I
Oh,
don't think I'd bring
why?
up good memories for her.
So you notice this about yourself that people don't seem to want you around, right? Have you ever
It's,
analyzed why it might be that people don't want you around? You know what I don't like? When people don't understand that other people don't want to spend time with them. When they think that there's some sort of important person that everyone should revolve around them and that they should learn to live the exact same way that they are living and should preach that to other people. But then they don't notice that they themselves are going to be left alone because there is no afterlife. It's just the life you have and the people you have right now. And it sounds like your people are in neck braces.
ma'am, just as I stated, this is not my people that I'm talking about here. And I'd mean not to overstep, but you brought me into this conversation, and I have to say, it feels as if you have some unresolved feelings that coming in every Sunday would perhaps help with.
I brought you into this conversation.
Well, sure, I stepped in to, share a bit, but I really should be getting back with my laundry.
No, 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 no. I did not bring you into this conversation. You entered into this conversation. You
Sure,
thought that this was a useful use of your time.
ma, ma, ma. Sure.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, this this is a useful lesson right here, Gary. You should be watching this and seeing what not to do with your life.
I apologize for her. She's,
Why are you apologizing for me? I can apologize. You can apologize for you if you want to apologize for you, but you can't apologize for me.
Look, no offense is taken. I truly wish you do have a great day. I just really should be
Don't be
getting
embarrassed
back.
by it. Let's ask the other people in the laundromat if you're so embarrassed.
I
know
would
you're
really prefer
listening. I
not
know
to.
you're listening. Did I drag this man into this conversation? You there. With the baseball cap.
Huh?
Did I drag this man into the conversation?
Sorry. I don't know. I saw you guys talking.
You weren't listening?
Sorry.
What are you listening to?
Just some music.
What kind of music?
Sorry, can I help you?
What kind of music?
It's hip hop.
Hip hop?
Yeah.
Give me the headphone.
It's an AirPod.
Oh God. That's awful. Here, take those out. Come into this conversation.
Ma, really, don't mess with these people, Ma. Everybody, guys, I'm sorry.
You should have heard what he was listening to. It's terrible.
Ma, I'm sure it was fine. It's music.
No.
No.
Oh, you sure it's fine? Here, listen to this. I had 20 swear words in the course of 2 seconds. You know who needs to listen to this? That guy over there, the Mormon.
Look, I look not on any styles of music badly.
No, well then if you don't look badly on it, you should listen to it.
Can I get my AirPods?
No. Let the Mormon listen to the music. I have to read his pamphlet. He can listen to my hip hop.
All right, I'll listen. I'll listen.
All right. Does it move you in any way? Does it make you reconsider your life choices?
Well, I would say that I do prefer well, music that does teach good lessons. No offense to you, sir. Please take this back. Yeah,
Oh.
thank you. Thank
So,
you.
so you don't like when someone else comes and gives their preaching material to you?
Ma'am, I truly hope that you have a great day, but I do not want to get involved like this with you or anybody else here. Everybody, I'm sorry if our chanting and talking has been a bit too loud.
Why don't you want to get involved with me?
Ma'am, I don't know you.
But isn't everyone great in the eyes of God? Aren't I in need of your saving? Isn't that why you started this conversation in the first place? Or have through the course of this conversation you realize that my soul is actually going to heaven and that I'm not in need of your saving and that you can walk by and pass me by and feel no guilt?
I am incapable of saving anybody. There's only one savior. I simply wish to let you know of the opportunities that exist here in the area. And
But did you spend 2 years going to some country in the middle of nowhere trying to get people to convert to your so-called God?
I did go on a mission, yes.
So what was that for if God could have done it himself?
Well, we are the ones who speak through and share the message.
So speak the message to me.
Ah,
What's so broken about me? What's so awful about me?
you're not broken or awful. I'm sure you have a beautiful soul. It just seems that you have a lot of, well, unresolved and pent up feelings, maybe with respect to, I don't know, people not wanting you around or something like
People
that.
not wanting me around?
Well, I simply talk with you for a few minutes, and you're going on and on about how I'm not someone who's wanted around, and why would I encroach, and all of this and that, and like people would want you around. It's just,
People
you
do
know,
want me around. What are you
I'm
trying to
sure,
say?
I'm
Gary wants me
sure.
around.
Yeah, of course, Ma. Yes, of course. I mean not to encroach, as I said.
No, but you just encroached quite a bit into my own personal business. You think people don't want me around? You think you have some right to walk into this laundromat and tell me who you hardly even know me.
I don't exactly, and that is why all I want to impart on you is what I have imparted on you. Read the book if you would like. There's information there about our local chapters, and I hope you have a great day.
That's what
Ma'am,
I ripped your book. I'm sorry.
ma'am,
I'm sorry I ripped it. Can I get
now that
another
was rude.
copy? I'm sure you got a dozen in that briefcase of yours.
Are you going to rip it?
I don't know.
I'm not going to give you another copy.
Oh,
I'm
why
sorry.
not? Why not? How am I
You
supposed to
seem
find the Lord if I don't have another copy?
you seem to be agitated, ma'am.
Listen, I'm just here to do my laundry. That's all I'm doing. I'm just passing the time. You're the one who's getting bleach down his pants trying to figure out what the hell's going on with me because I freak you out.
You don't freak me out, ma'am. I'm sure you are wonderful. I'm sure you are great. I simply wanted to share. Okay? I'm
You've been
sorry
trying
for
to leave for the past 20 minutes and you still got 13 minutes left in your cycle. You're trying to walk out of here on your own laundry to get away from me. I make you uncomfortable.
I wasn't prepared to have this lively of a conversation when I came in. But I I
If
respect
I'm not
your.
reflecting on my own circumstances, you certainly aren't reflecting on yours either.
And how do you believe that?
Oh, what? You're acting like you're a perfect person. You only did one thing ever wrong, and it
No,
was a
you
car
asked for the
crash at the age of
worst.
19. That was the worst thing you ever done. If you think that one stupid mistake is the worst thing you've ever done, then you don't know yourself.
What do you think is the worst thing I've ever done?
God, probably every day you do 20 things that are worse than that just by keeping up with the status quo.
What's so
In
wrong about the status quo? I
millions
mean,
of ways, you're probably hurting the people around you. You're probably making them slowly turn to doing all sorts of things. You know, my uncle Benson,
Mhm.
He lived the most ideal and pious life you can imagine, always giving away to charity, talking about all sorts of things. His brother became an alcoholic and died at the age of 32.
I'm sorry to hear that. I,
But it wasn't
that's
just a coincidence. It was because you just can't be around someone like that. You just can't. If you're around someone like that for your whole life, if 1 or 2 days, maybe they give you something nice and it's perfect. And those little things that you do, maybe they put a smile on a couple people's face for a second, but they forget it. But it's the people who are close to you, the people who have to deal with it day in, day out, and feel that judgment. And it's your self judgment of yourself that creeps out into the people around you, because maybe you're just trying to hold yourself to that standard, but by holding yourself to that standard, everybody's held to that standard, and the people who can't meet that standard, they break.
Ma'am, I'm sorry about your uncle. I am truly sorry, but I will let you know that I have had great fulfillment through trying to be pious and live my life in a measured and responsible way. It's certainly hard at first. It certainly could lead to some ruin,
And
and
your
it
whole
hasn't always
family's
been
this way.
perfect. Sorry?
Your whole family's this way.
Yes.
Everyone.
I met my wife through the church and our children, yes.
And your siblings.
Not all of them.
What do you mean not all of them? How many are
Mm,
there? Like 40?
that's a stereotype. But I do have 5 siblings.
So what do you mean not all of them?
Not all of them chose to stick around. You know, some of them are doing different things.
Are they all alive?
Yes.
Do they do drugs?
I would not like to talk about my siblings, but they're all
Because the laundromat.
the laundromat and you know, it's I don't know you, just like we've said.
Oh, come on. Of all the people that you know, at least to the degree that we know each other, because we've been talking for at least 20 minutes now, you probably know me better than almost anyone else you've had a 20-minute conversation with.
You are right. You have gotten to it quite quick. Let's start though somewhere. I
Well,
feel like you're
no, no, no,
throwing a
no,
lot at
no, no,
me.
no, 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 no. Let's back up, because you may think I'm getting to this quick. But what I think is, when I see someone living your life, is that you're just never going to get there at all. You're going to cross the finish line, expecting it to be the starting line, and find out that there's nothing on the other side. And then you're going to have lived your whole life without ever running. That's what I think.
Well, ma'am, if I am going to say in the politest terms, I think you're saying a lot about my life and you don't know me.
You're saying a lot about my life and you don't know me.
I am not saying much. I am saying that you could maybe get something out of my teachings, or not my teachings, of course, but the ones that I gave you, and
You practically said that my
so
son was
rudely
moving
ripped.
out of the house because he didn't love me. And that's fine if I say that, but that's not fine if a stranger says it.
I didn't. I said nothing in particular. You were making some loud noise here, and you made quite
Gary,
the.
what did he say? What did the man say? What did he call me?
Ma. Okay, guy. I will say you did say you what? You think that my mom isn't wanted around? She's wanted around. Okay, I'm sorry for
See?
your trouble. I never said that she's not wanted around. Uh,
You
I
think
don't know.
Gary's a liar?
Gary, I'm sure you're not a liar. You look like a fine young man. I just, yeah, maybe I have overstayed my welcome here a bit.
If he's a fine young man, why don't you just talk to him? I'll put in that guy's earbuds, listen to some hip hop, and you guys can have a nice session. And next thing you know, my son will be a Mormon, and that'll be fine by me, because he's not gonna come visit too often anyway.
If that's what you would like to do, feel free to do that.
No, talk to my son. If you think I'm such a horrible person and a bad influence on his life, you talk to my son.
You don't have to listen to.
No, no,
You
no.
don't
Talk to
want
my son. I
to.
want my son to take a broad, diverse section of the world, to listen to a lot of different perspectives and incorporate them in his life. And God knows, maybe the Mormon church would be better than making some sort of stickers for lawnmowers.
Okay. Well, I have 8 more minutes. Gary, hello. I'm sorry that we met under these circumstances, but would you like a,
Hey, give me an earbud. Give me an earbud.
huh?
Can I have one of your earbuds? Trying not
What?
to listen in on my son's having a talk with a Mormon. Can I have one of your earbuds?
You want,
I'm not gonna bother you. I just want an earbud.
okay, just take it. I'm doing my thing, okay? Just
All right, thank you.
take it. Would you like one of my books? It's pretty lightweight. Could fit in your pocket.
Huh. Hey, I'm sorry about my ma.
Yeah, no. I look, it's no problem to me. I have been met with some hostile remarks after coming up to people before. Your mother is simply inquisitive, I see.
Yeah, well, she's actually she's a great person. And once you get to know her, she's like a what's something that's spiky on the outside but soft in the middle.
Like a coconut, maybe, or mm,
Sure,
dragon fruit.
coconut. She's like a coconut. She's like a coconut. So she's got a hard exterior and a the inner parts is soft and sweet.
Well, do you go to church?
No, I don't go to church.
Would you like to?
Jeez, I don't know. I'm right. That's not what I'm worried about right now.
Okay, yeah, I
I'm
understand. I
living my
understand.
life. I'm about to maybe get engaged. I was trying to let my
Oh,
mom know, but I haven't told her yet.
well, I wish you good luck in that, to be certain.
Um, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, sounds like you're a bit lost.
Yeah, well, up until now, the big thing. I got this group of boys. You see, the really nice group of guys. We went to high school together. Honestly, actually, a lot of them, their moms are friends with my mom.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, family, friends
Well, no,
since
it's more
youth.
than friends. They're like my boys.
Okay, yes.
Like
They grew up around here.
there wasn't
Are you
supposed to
from
be
here?
anything that come between them. And now Felicia's here, and
There wasn't supposed to be anything that came between them, but there was.
I don't know why I'm talking to you in this laundromat.
Yes, I'm happy to head back to my station if you just want to take a book.
No, if you head back, my mom will come over again and yell at us.
I don't doubt that. But there's some strife in your friend group.
It's not strife. It's not strife. It's just it's weird. I never thought that I'd go so crazy for a lady before.
Oh, and you're spending a lot of time with her, maybe?
Too much time.
Too much.
She's all I
It,
think about.
oh, well, there certainly can be excess of everything. I don't, uh, I don't doubt that it might be getting to places greater than it should be. Yeah. Keep your head on your shoulders.
What about you? You married?
Yes, I'm married. I have children.
Did you have doubts?
Mm, a young man always feels doubts. I've been married for quite some time, but well, I mm, well, look, I don't want to come on so strong, but looking to the Lord in my time of doubt has been a very helpful tool.
Well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean helpful?
Well, there were times where I was doubting my place, whether I should be doing what I'm doing, my commitment to my wife, all of these things. And in these times, I've turned to the Lord and, well, I've felt grounded.
You make it sound like you make it sound like it's just someone at a coffee shop.
Well, in many ways, it does feel like that. When you build up a relationship over time, it can be, well, mm, familiar.
Well,
You
that's what I'd
can,
done with this. I was the one who asked the question to her. And It's the last thing I want to do. I couldn't believe when I said it. Uh, married. I'm not ready to be married. I'm not ready. And I'm not going to have kids. I'm not going to have kids. Or
Hmm.
at least I'm, I'm certainly I'm not going to have kids. Uh, but I don't know what came over me.
So you're regretting your choice.
No, not in the slightest. I'm waking up every day. I've been like going out. I bought new clothing. Look what I'm putting in my laundry. I I'm cleaning up around the house. Um, it's driving my mom crazy.
Well, Gary, I feel that not to be a broken record, but I feel that a lot of these nerves that you have could be cleared up if you, well, tried to find some sort of grounding aspect in your life, some community. It sounds that your boys are maybe not being the most helpful at this time.
Well,
Perhaps going
no,
outside of that could be.
they're helpful. They're just boys, you know. They're like they they just laugh when I bring it to them.
They laugh about your nerves.
No, about my smell, my clothing.
Hmm. Well, perhaps you should be talking to them about the things that are truly worrying you. I doubt that your smell is exactly what's perturbing you right now.
I don't know. I don't know what's perturbing me. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry to hear about that.
And I'm sorry about my ma.
Oh no, like I said, you need not apologize on her behalf. And well, to be certain, I have dealt with worse. So
What do you mean worse?
well, sometimes you go up to someone and you're trying to spread some light, and well, they mm, take it with hostility.
Oh, she's got a good reason to be hostile. A lot of
Oh,
bad things have happened to her.
hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, certainly.
You know what? I don't. You can say what you want about my ma, but she's an open book. She says what's going on in her mind. And God, after all these years, I know how to read her at least. You know, uh, you are expecting me to have any sort of trust for you, but God, you're the first person I've met who spent 20 minutes talking to my mom and hadn't spilt their guts on the floor.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm
That's
supposed to
funny.
trust you, but you're like a walking sandwich board.
Sandwich
No,
board. What do you mean
not.
by that?
I, I mean, like you got the specials written on your front, but you're just a stiff plastic. No offense.
Uh, well, look, I mean to come on in a way that's palatable to people. I wish not to. I'm not, as I've told to your mother, I don't know either of you. I don't want to come on too strong, nor to come on with any of my personal troubles.
But
The
that's not
last thing I would
me.
wish to do is to burden you with the things that burden me. I simply wish to bring you good.
But that's not who I. It's not who I am. I'm never gonna. What works for you, I don't think is gonna work for me because I'm not a sandwich board. I'm more like the sandwich itself. It's all messy in the middle and doesn't know what the heck it's going. And next thing you know, it's wrapping itself up to be fed to some lady.
Do you feel like you're being fed to your fiance
Oh well, willingly.
willingly?
I don't know. I don't know
There
what I
is
think.
trepidation in your voice. What are your worries?
I'm worried about having kids.
You've said that you don't want kids,
I
right?
don't want kids. I don't want kids. I don't want kids.
Then does your fiance want children?
Maybe. I don't know.
You've
She
not
wants
talked
a
about
cat.
this.
She wants a cat. She wants a cat, and that's basically a kid.
Have you discussed children?
She's brought it up before, and I've changed the topic. Or she knows I don't want kids. She knows I don't want kids, and she knows we're not gonna have kids. But I also said I didn't want to get married, and then next thing you know,
Hmm. Well, it would be good to discuss this openly with her, and it's also good to discuss this openly with anybody. I'm glad to be an
Not with
ear
my
right now.
ma.
I could understand that. I don't doubt.
If I
But
told my ma that I was, even if I just told her that I was engaged, she'd explode. And if I had a
well,
kid, oh my God.
yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these issues are solvable, I would say.
I don't know. I mean, kids can be a nightmare. Sometimes, like, it depends on the kid that you get. Some kids, I'm sure, are easy, but, you might have a kid who stays in diapers till they're like 6 or something like that.
I was quite trepidatious before having my first, and that was a time where I truly turned to the Lord and asked well, whether it would be hard being a father, what should I do? But it worked out in the end. You just give them attention, give them care, you be a good father, you teach them how to be a good man or woman, and, well, the rest will come.
You think I should tell her?
Honesty is often good, although I understand with your mother how you might have some nerves.
I don't believe in God. Um, but if I did, or if there was some sort of God or all powerful being, I believe that there's an all powerful being who has control over my life. And that being is my mother.
It often may feel like that, yes. I do implore you, a lot of these worries, just read through what I gave you. It could help.
I don't think you know what you're doing.
How do you mean?
Yeah. Why? How
What?
about I tell her? How 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 about I tell her?
Yes. Um, well,
But don't you go running out of here, okay?
you want me around.
Yeah.
Look, my 13 minutes have expired. I really should go and get my laundry.
It's what? It's one load of soggy laundry. I'm about to tell my mom that I'm getting engaged.
Do you think that I just don't want to get any backlash, to be honest. You told me. Do you understand your mother can leave people
Nah,
vomiting or
this is your.
something? And
Listen, man, you've come in here turning my head all around in crazy ways. If I'm gonna be doing this, you're gonna be here.
all right. You know what? Make me a bet. If I stick around here and help you with your mother, will I see you on Sunday?
Didn't think you were the gambling type. Uh,
Oh, I don't gamble. Just a deal, maybe.
um, if it goes well, uh, you'll see me on Sunday. Yeah.
I'll take those odds.
Um,
No, it's like supposed to sound like that.
what do you
It's
mean it's
like
supposed to sound like that?
it's like it's like all the sound effects are like supposed to be like kind of weird and stuff. So you listen to it and you're like, oh, that's different. And it's like purposely auto-tuned like that. It's not like I don't know.
Well, I actually like the third guy. Who was the third guy?
The third guy.
The third guy that we listened to.
Oh, geez. Uh, that was Meek Mill.
I like Meek Mill because he's telling it the way it actually is.
You think so?
Oh, I felt so.
Yeah, well, I like him too. I mean, he's in a lot of my playlists.
But the second guy was terrible. Who was that?
Oh, that was Drake.
He's terrible.
There's a lot going on with him right now.
Yeah, you're telling me about it.
But yeah, I should go.
Uh,
Can
Ma,
I?
Ma.
Yeah,
1 second, 1 second. I'm having a nice conversation with this gentleman because he actually likes to have a conversation with me.
can I?
Ma, I want to tell you something. Listen, I just let you talk to that Mormon man for like 10 minutes and now you won't let me listen to some hip hop?
Actually, I do want to kind of get out of here. If you
Okay.
could just,
When do you do laundry?
when do I do laundry?
Yeah, when do you do laundry?
On Wednesdays? I don't know. I came in a little bit
Okay.
early today.
You know what? I'm going to start doing my laundry every Wednesday. How's
Oh,
that?
you don't have to.
And we can listen to some more of the Meek Mill.
Okay, sure.
All right. You promise? If I come back here next Wednesday and you're not here, I'm going to be sad.
Okay, I'll see you, Donna.
And I'll track you down too. I'll come every other day of the week until I catch you. So you better be here. You better be here Wednesday.
I don't have enough clothes to hold
I'll
out for
bake
2
you
weeks.
something. I'll bake you something.
Well, I really?
Yeah, I'll throw together. I can make it. Do you want a sweet or savory?
Sweet.
I have something important. Wednesday. Can you hold on just 1 second? Sweet. Okay.
But look, I don't want to put anything on you, but
No, 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 no.
I do have
It's
a
no skin off my back. Do you, what have I got to do anyway? Do you like
I have
fruits or chocolates?
I have a peanut allergy.
Oh, peanut. Oh, everybody these days, I think it's because we don't let kids, eat enough.
Ma, I'm getting engaged.
You're what?
Me and Felicia.
You're to Felicia? You barely know Felicia. What? 2 years together? By jeez, you still got 4 more years before the diapers come off that relationship. Oh my God, you're getting engaged?
In fact, I already got engaged, Ma. It's
You you what?
That's a big part of why I'm thinking about moving. You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, you what?
Ma, I didn't want to do this here, but you know, this kind man, and well,
The
I don't want to hold this from you anymore.
the my son's getting engaged.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God,
getting married, Ma.
you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you. I'm sorry, Ma. I
Why didn't
thought
you
you might
tell
freak
me?
out, and I thought you might say that I'm not old enough, and I thought you might
You're
say
not
that
old
it's
enough.
a
You're
bad
not old
idea,
enough.
and
Why didn't you
this
tell
relationship has
me? Why
diapers
didn't you
on it, and
tell
all
me?
that.
Yeah,
It's
why didn't you tell me?
Ma. It has not been long.
I'm your mother.
That's why I wanted to come back, Ma.
I barely know her. You've only brought her over twice.
Ma, she is great.
And she
She
didn't
is
even stay
sweet.
for dinner.
Ma, she had friends she had to meet. She knows,
Oh,
a lot of people out here. And
oh.
her folks are just 2 hours up. Yeah, I want to bring her around more, and I want to get you to meet her family and stuff. And it's, you know, I can fly you out too if you want to come and see the shop and, the boys and stuff. It's just, well, I'm engaged. We're getting married. We don't have a date or anything like that. I don't want to have something like that for a bit. But, yeah. Come here, come here.
Okay, okay. Well, if you're gonna get married, you should do it properly. Uh, and you should do it here because that's where you're from. Uh, and
Ma,
she should meet the whole family and know what we're like.
yeah.
And and um and I can put together something really special with the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. No, that sounds amazing, Ma. I really do want to get her to know what it's, like out
Oh,
here. She doesn't really get what it's like past 32nd Street.
my little boy.
You know, she she got me something for you for when I
Shh.
told you. I've
What'd
been
you get?
talking to her about talking to you. And you were talking so much about Celine Dion and that sapphire and all that. And well,
No, no, that's not a real sapphire, is it? What is she? What is she? She's some sort of billionaire?
Her uncle's a jeweler. She got a hookup.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like that. Oh, this is Sapphire?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God. It's just like the one from the movie.
you like him, huh?
Well, I'm not going to be, my approval is not one that can be purchased.
She's not trying to purchase your approval, Ma. Look, you know her, you know me, you know you. She
Can I
knows who
try it
you
on?
are. Of course. Of course.
Oh, does anyone have a mirror? Is there,
Yes, I do have a mirror.
you have a mirror?
I have a lot in this briefcase.
Oh,
It's a shaving mirror. Sorry, it's small.
why, thank you, sir. You know, I was maligning you earlier, but I guess there was something useful in your briefcase after all. Oh, wow.
It looks beautiful.
That does look beautiful. Oh, and if
Ma, it's stunning. It's great.
ah, well, I think a lot of people are going to be talking about how you've got one of the prettiest Ma's in town,
I think they are, Ma.
and you'll have to come visit quite often to see how it looks
Oh,
on me.
we will come. We will. Look, we will come. She's been begging actually to see what it looks like on you.
All right, and you don't have any more surprises for me that you're keeping secret?
Mhm. Well, Tony
I'm
got
gonna have
fired.
some of my friends over this Sunday to see the necklace.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna do breakfast. Will you come?
Yeah. No, I'm not leaving until Tuesday, Ma.
All right.
I'll come.
You
I will.
promise you'll be at Sunday breakfast this week?
Yeah, I will be here at Sunday breakfast. Um. Oh. Uh.
Because
You
I'm
know,
just thinking about how they're gonna look, and I don't know. It's if it,
Ma, can I show up a little late?
what do you mean show up late?
You pawned off this gentleman to me, and he and I made plans for Sunday. Actually,
You made plans for Sunday with the Mormon?
I'm sorry, Ma. I'm sorry, Ma. I was talking about this, and I was getting a little, I'll just
Oh,
be there like
oh
10
God.
a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Who is my boy?
Look, Ma, I want to be responsible. I want to have a good head on my shoulders. Yeah. Look, I swear, no kids. I'm not budging on that. I know it seems like stuff is changing. Not budging on that, but you know, I want to be a good man. All right. It's
You
not
made
just
him tell me this, didn't you?
I didn't make
No, you made him
him.
tell me this. You did. You did.
I didn't make anybody do anything,
No,
but
you did.
we
You
talked
did.
about
You
it.
did. Why'd you do this for me? After all I did to you, why'd you do this for me?
Ma'am, I believe that everybody deserves some truth at least.
All right. Here's the deal. I'll let you come to the wedding if you can make him have kids.
Ma, I didn't say anything about the wedding. There's no plan or anything like that.
Shake on it.
Well, I think that it is good to bring more into this world.
All right, then I'll see you Sunday. And that's our show.
It's our show. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That
You
was
you
so
got a lot
fun.
of fun. You got to play such a specific and a fun character there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a caricature. But I'm
Yeah.
not sure even what like culture that is, like Staten Island or something. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I definitely got yeah. But no, it was a very consistent play. Do you want to do debrief stuff now or
uh, yeah. Why don't we do a little debrief now?
well,
But let's keep it short. So the episode short.
yeah. Yeah, I'll go through the three things real quick. I felt good about yeah, balancing like maybe like I was playing like kind of a straight man role. off of your character at least, or the mother at least. Um, and yeah, felt good just like maintaining that role, sticking within it, and like dropping a little bit of. I knew certain things that I say would, and so dropping in some of those at moments where I thought that it would be good to inflame your character. I think I want to work on like generation. It's easy, I think, within the straight man role to not generate a lot. Just because, yeah, I mean, you're like kind of playing defense in a certain way. But it would have been nice to maybe give more gifts. And while it was super delightful, like what we played with for that whole hour, yeah, I felt like you were giving a lot in that regards, and it would have been nice to think about ways where I could have slotted in and helped a bit more. And obviously, my kudos is to you and the mother character. I think. Actually, no, scrap that. My kudos is toward finding that the plot was that the big like boom of it was going to be telling about the engagement. I didn't really have a read for what our kind of climax would be here. And that was a great climax.
Mhm. All right. Thank you, Julian. My three things. Yeah, the flip side of yours is because this character was so forward about how they talked, it was actually I felt like I could be in some ways more uh have more agency to draw things out of people and ask questions in a way that would highlight things about their character, or just like you just have a lot more power than you normally do in a character to make improv moves. So I felt good about that. And I also felt good about the for some reason, like the emotional shifts in this one came more easily to me than in other characters. It just felt very free. I don't know why. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because it was more of a caricature, but whatever it was, I felt freer than I usually play. I think for next time, I think like meta wise, especially at moments when you're having fun, that's often when you're doing your worst prov or like least aware prov of the other person, and like how can I give gifts to the other person? How can I and because I was just on a roller coaster of fun, we definitely could have gotten farther away from those characters and
Yeah, the
like
one alley I was
playing more.
imagining. I think we were in that same alley the whole time.
Uh-huh. And then the two kudos. One of them is like a very memorable moment was when I was like going on and on about the hip hop and what kind of pie to make. And finally, you were like, "Mom, I'm getting engaged," and yeah, just not everyone that I well, actually, very few people that I play with would have the the ability to pull off that move.
Mm.
It requires a certain level of both of you pushing at each other and trust that both of you understand that there's genuine pushback. And
Mm.
uh, God forbid if I'd been allowed to go on for 20 more minutes about what kind of cake we were baking. But also, it felt like a mega acceptance of the offer of like, I know what Hal's doing and I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump in dramatically and stop it. And that was really cool. So yeah, and also just so that was a thank you, and then the kudos is status wise, it was a fun you really were, your character was really trying to keep the high status in various ways, and it was fun to see you play with that. Felt like a veritable status duel that you slowly won over the course of the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Breaking out of the like structured debrief, how do we feel like? Or so yeah, like a lot of it kind of came up that we could have explored like different characters and different locations a bit more. Like that could have been good. Is there anything else that coming out of this show you're like, oh, maybe we should have crammed the jam or clumbed the flum?
I had a ton of fun. I think there's always a question of like how quickly you're getting the heart of things and when you're wasting time and when you're being boring. And like as someone who
Yeah.
didn't listen to the show, it's hard to know
Mm.
whether one of these rants about bread or whatever it was just like uninteresting, or whether the personality of the person was so grating or unrealistic.
Yeah.
Uh, but I had a ton of fun. I don't know. Did you have a ton of fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a fun kind of character to bounce off of. It's fun too because it's the kind of character where you know you can just as one of the wishes I threw in was like, oh, like we were like cutting each other off and stuff. Like you're
Uh-huh.
exactly the kind of character where you have the liberty to do that while maintaining the reality and not being like a bad scene partner.
It was hard
Uh,
to switch out of that. Once I was your character, the son, I
yeah,
cut off the Mormon a couple times, and I was like, oh shoot, like
yeah,
that's the mother talking right here.
yeah.
That's not how the. Then I tried to pivot as it got later into the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. We should keep it short and sweet. But
Okay.
yeah, I loved how you remembered all of the details that I had dropped initially as the son character and fleshed them out in a nice way. It's just always so juicy to me when we have these things that are like unstated, but you totally understand what it is. You know, it's like him and his friends are starting this like business that like is like some sort of lawnmower gadget that obviously the mom isn't taking as seriously as she should, but it's probably not that much more like, you know, cool than than she's making it out to be. Uh and yeah, like we kind of settled into that like, oh yeah, this is kind of like a towny kind of guy who's like with his boys. Felt like all the stuff that I dropped was very much picked up when you assumed the role.
It was fun. That was very fun. So I would say it was. I felt very good about the run.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I'll have to listen to it. But I never played a character like that. I hadn't been in a show like that. So I was having fun. I hope. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was great. That was a great run.
All
It
right.
was spectacular.
All right. So we're feeling positive, and hopefully, just teach your students that do that.
Yeah.
That's the only way to improvise. This has been Muprov.
Musings. Okay, so my sign off is I don't know that I've ever talked to you, and I kind of want to get your glum on this. Do you like soda?
No.
You don't like soda. Okay, well, this is going to be lost on you, but hopefully those who are listening like soda and love what I have to say. So I'm here at home in California this week, and uh, so I have these two sodas that I really love. I have the Dr. Pepper plus cream soda that's really good. And if you know about this and you know about Dr. Pepper or cream soda, I'll just let you know this that it is not exactly Dr. Pepper plus cream soda. It's like 85% Dr. Pepper. So, you know, it disappointed me a little bit because cream soda is my favorite soda. But yeah, Dr. Pepper plus cream soda is like a staple of being back home that I love to drink. But it's kind of a heavier soda. And so I always love to balance it out with this one that I have right next to me. It's Mountain Dew Major Melon. Mountain Dew Major Melon is like a watermelon charged Mountain Dew. It's quite good. It's got that like kind of fruity, refreshing taste that a lot of other sodas don't have. Because it you know Mountain Dew is kind of heavy, but I think the watermelon kind of lifts it up where it tastes more like a Sprite in terms of being like refreshing in that way. And both of them have diet versions. I've seen them at Walmart. If that's your shtick. But yeah, those are the sodas that I've been drinking recently, and I feel like and that's why I even thought about this is because I've been loving the new Coca-Cola Spiced. So if you're familiar with this, the Coca-Cola Spiced it's like Coca-Cola but with like quote unquote raspberry spice. And I don't know exactly what that is. The like spice part of it, but it's also really good. And that tastes more different than Coca-Cola than you would think. Like I said, Dr. Pepper plus cream soda is probably 85% Dr. Pepper and like 15% cream soda. But Coca-Cola Spiced is probably like 75% Coca-Cola and 25% of this like raspberry spice mix. So if you're looking for something that's like Coca-Cola but relatively different, I'd recommend Coca-Cola Spice. But going back to the main thing here, the best rotation is between a Dr. Pepper plus cream soda for a savory kick. Or you get what I mean if you drink soda, and the Mountain Dew plus Major Melon for like the more refreshing kind of sweet thing.
Okay. I've been fully soda briefed.
Yeah, yeah, and those are not your run of the mill sodas. You're not going to find them at any soda fountain. I'll tell you that much. But look for them. They come in can and bottle form, and diet form, like I said.
Wow, that's crazy. Were you soda drinking in college a lot?
Not really. There's just not a lot of soda around in college. So
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like people just aren't DB for soda like that. But what I really love is, I'm at Michigan now, and I don't go to their dining halls. I've been once because it's like, I'm not on the meal plan. But they have soda fountains, which it's like, whoa. If there were soda fountains, college, I would have been gulp, 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 loving that soda. I love me some soda. Or pop, as the Midwesterners say, and I'm starting to pick up.
Wow, really?
Yeah, pop. Can I get a diet pop?
Have you said it at home by accident yet?
I haven't said it at home by accident, but I've declared that I like saying that more out here, and I probably will.
What did your family say?
They said that's cool. Well, actually, the thing is, out here, little DB, but out here, soda is synonymous with the drink for me. Can I get a drink? Because there's only one thing that I'm drinking, and it's soda.
Julian, does anyone in your family listen to this podcast?
I think piecemeal, like just a little.
Oh, there you go. Nice to meet you.
Can't you see me now?
Yeah, but that's my soda shtick.
Like you
That's what I'm on.
always
I love soda.
did.
And I think I'm not going to endorse soda to the population. I don't think everybody should love soda. But if you like soda and you want to find out about more good sodas, the 3 I gave you are a good starter pack, and then you can start branching out. A great way to do this is a Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. Coca-Cola Freestyle machine, if you're not familiar, is like the ones with like the digital display where you can make kind of any kind of soda. And you can basically do that at just a normal soda fountain. People get so skeeved out whenever I mix different sodas. Like, oh, you did Coca-Cola plus what's going on? You're crazy. But that's one of the best ways to explore your soda palette because there's such a limited set of like 4 or 5 sodas that they'll give you at any given soda fountain. And you just have to accept one of them. But if you just start mixing, I like Coca-Cola plus Sprite. Well, that tells you that you like those 2 flavors and that you should maybe go for like a Coca-Cola Lime or something like that. Or, maybe one of the heavier Sprites, like a Mountain Dew Major Melon. Falls in the Sprite family at least. But yeah, just letting you know in case anybody's interested in expanding their soda tastes and running the soda race, winning the soda paste, keeping the soda waste,
Like you did back then.
tying the soda lace.
Can't you see me now? I remember way back when. Oh, and times they are changing. You know, things are rearranging. Can't you see me now?
You started this podcast with soda. You started with talking about Coke drizzling down, and I was like, "Do we get sponsored?" So it came full circle. I see what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you know what I was doing there?
You were putting this in a movie theater, but at first I thought that you were doing a Coca-Cola commercial. So it definitely, this podcast came full circle.
Yeah, I think I just got some soda on the mind right now.